Alright, what we're going to show you is the basic disassembly and maintenance of the Flatline. There's really only a couple things you need in order to pull this one off. What you need is, of course, your A5 Flatline, a 1/8 inch hex wrench, and a 3/32 inch hex wrench. Okay? I got them both on here. I tend to prefer the ones with the ball tipped ends. Makes it a little easier. Alright, for the basic disassembly, there's really only one screw you need to get rid of. And that's back here by the adapter. This part is your adapter. Okay? And on the top of the shroud near it, there's a 1/8 inch screw. So we're just going to open that up. Now some of you guys will notice on your Flatlines that we have two screws on the shroud. One back here and then one underneath up the front right here. Don't worry about this one. There's really no need to ever take that apart. You can if you want. It comes apart, pulls the whole barrel apart. This is simply a shroud. Obviously mine's been painted, most will come black, and it's completely empty. Alright? You just got the front adapter plate with the hole right there. Other than that, that's all it is. The barrel itself, if you notice, is curved. The idea is for the ball to come in here, hits the bottom of the barrel, will bounce up to the top, and the sandblasted surface inside will actually make it and roll the ball. So the top of the ball rolls backwards. So you get a ball that will roll like this. And it creates what's called the Magnus effect. Same basic concept as in airplanes. Okay, so the rear adapter and your bolt. In order to clean this best, is probably you just take the whole thing and dump it into a bucket or a sink full of very hot water. Boiling would be best. Doesn't harm it. It's made of aluminum. So as long as you dry it off sometime in the next few hours, it'll dry just fine. Alright, what you'll start to notice if you've gotten this far is that on the top of the barrel there is a scribe mark right here. It looks like a big long straight scratch on the top of the barrel. Alright, you hear some places, Special Ops forums, A5 OG, that talk about adjusting the barrel with that scribe mark. Alright, everyone's like, well, I can't get the barrel to twist. What do I do? What do I do? Well, first, know where the scribe mark is. Second, know where it needs to be. Here on the adapter plate, right back here, there's a little notch. Vertical notch. Alright? You want that scribe mark to be as centered as possible on that vertical notch. Alright? The reason for that is you put in the barrel sideways like so, you're going to twist it so that top there is always up top. So you want this as vertical as possible while you're shooting. Alright, how do we adjust it? You take your 3/32 inch wrench, put it in that same hole that that first screw came out of, put it in there. Obviously you won't catch anything up front, there's no screw. But down deeper in there, there is a thinner screw. It's a set screw. About 1.5 turns is all you need. I can turn that fairly freely, and if I really wanted to, I could pull the whole thing apart. Alright? So clean that off. That's your rear adapter plate. All it is an adapter plate. Anyway, we're going to put that back in there, and we're going to turn this a little bit. And I'm going to make sure that scribe mark lines up. My 3/32 inch wrench, get that to catch in there. It's not doing so right now for some reason. There it goes. Make sure it lines up again. About 1.5 turns to the right. Not too tight. You don't want to strip your hex wrench. It doesn't need to be very tight to hold in place. It's also a good fix if your barrel keeps coming loose. Alright? And that's pretty much all you need to do. So now, to put it back, I'll put the tube in first. Make sure the tube comes out the other end. Okay? Then on the back end, we're going to line up our rear holes. And we're going to get our 1/8 inch wrench out again. And we're going to screw this boy together. So. We'll get that screwed into place. If you're careful, it's actually very easy to get the wrong angle. Notice my thumb is actually guiding the hex wrench into place. That one you want to be fairly tight on. Okay? Other than that, that's basically it. Best way to clean this on the field, guys, is a battle swab. You guys see those in the red or whatever. It's basically a stick lined with cotton or some other fuzzy stuff there. Just push it down, pull it back. Best way to clean that on the field. But once you're done, throw this in hot water. It'll boil it up, and then run a battle swab right through it again at the end, and it should be doing pretty well. So, at any rate, that is the A5 Flatline maintenance and disassembly in a nutshell.